Hello, I'm Sebastian Applin and I'm broadcasting today from Cardiff, hoping to start a little series of watercolour experiments, things that you can join in with through YouTube and maybe through podcasts later or whatever means we find really. It's something new for me, so it's quite exciting, but I think it's quite nice to find a new way of showing my work and working practice and see if you can get anything from it, and I hopefully can learn something from you as well through your comments. Certainly with regard to the technology, I need to learn quite a lot, so please, any recommendations, please write them to me through the YouTube channel, and hopefully that way I can improve how these things look and sound and see if they work or not. So today I wanted to introduce to you the materials you'll need if you'd like to do some watercolour painting. The idea is later I will do some live streams on YouTube, which means that you can paint at the same time as me and write in your comments and I can answer them in real time, which is a great way of sort of communicating in this time of isolation. So today's session is going to be on basic watercolour material, and it'll give you a bit of time maybe over the next couple of days to get some in, or just bring in anything you have. So to start with then, brushes, anything you have, try and bigger the better, because the idea is that if the brushes is big, you can't really do any detail because it's too big for that, and that helps you see the overall picture rather than concentrating on fine detail, which might be quite nice, but it may detract from the overall image. So we'll stick to the biggest brushes you can. This is a really nice big one. This one's a flat one, good for doing sort of broad areas, and one like that. Now colours, we'll start off just with 3, okay? And that will give us enough to do some basic, most of the colours really. As we'll see later on, it doesn't matter so much what colours we're using, but more like how dark or light they are. So the colours I'd recommend would be, for example, this alizarin crimson. It actually looks a bit carroty there, but it's actually redder than that. So it's your basic red, okay? And it's not a really orangey red like a cadmium red. It's more just your kind of lipstick red type thing. Then a blue. This one's actually says permanent blue, but if you can find an ultramarine blue, that's quite nice. It's a kind of it's not a cold blue like a phthalo blue, it's just a kind of standard blue, which is nice for making purples. Then we have this yellow, which is a lemon yellow. Now lemon yellow is quite a cool yellow, so it's not a warm yellow, not orangey at all. If anything, sometimes it looks rather green. So with these 3 colours, you'll be able to make most of the colours you need. In another session maybe we can look at some more colours, but as I say, it doesn't matter what colours you have really. Other materials, you can have some dish to mix your watercolour in, as long as it's got some kind of well and it's not going to fall over the side, it should be fine. You get different sorts. These are very cheap, you can get them in Cardiff from places like The Range. It's very good. Hobbycraft's a bit more expensive, or obviously online. Otherwise any plate will do. Obviously a rag, cotton rag to move paint around or to dry your brushes. Some kind of water container, and you can refill that as you need to. Some of you may have paints in this kind of thing. These are pans, so the same colours I showed you, and it's just a question with these of lifting the paint out that way. Paper, any kind of watercolour paper is fine. Get it as thick as you can, because otherwise it's going to buckle. In another session we can look at strapping paper down and actually wetting it so it shrinks and is taut. But this is 300 grams paper, which I think is 300 grams per square inch, which makes it thick enough to absorb the water and not to get too corrugated. You can get it in pads as well. So I'd recommend something at least this size, maybe A4, that kind of size, or even a bit bigger. Whatever you have, really. So that's what we're going to start with. And so next time, hopefully you'll have some material with you, or even if you don't, it doesn't matter, you can still join in and ask questions. And we'll start off painting maybe from a photograph or something like that. And as I say, you can join in and do it at the same time and ask questions in real time. And it's going to be a learning curve for you, for me, particularly with the technology. But I think it's something that, as they say, si del cielo te cae limones, aprende a hacer limonada. Okay, so if it starts raining lemons, you should learn to make lemon juice. Okay, bye for now.